Dominic Caddy here with Stare Down TV. I'm here with UFC Middleweight Darren the Dentist Stewart. Darren, how you doing, pal?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, all good, thank you, mate. All good. So, Darren, just want to clarify something. You're fighting, is it June? You're fighting June 22 in UFC Greenville, is that right? Or is it June 1 in Stockholm?
I was told June 8th. My name on the card, I don't know why, but my contract says June 8th, so I'm going with June 8th.
So I heard there was, obviously, fighter like yourself, it'd be on the European circuit in Stockholm. Then I heard it might be Greenville. All we know is, but you're fighting Bevon Lewis, right?
Yeah.
That bit is right. That's what we're doing. The extraordinary gentleman. So it's the dentist versus the extraordinary gentleman. Is that right?
That's his name, yeah.
That is his. That's the longest ass name I've ever heard. But fair play to him if that's what he wants to do. So sort of all dates and that aside, looking at Bevon, he came through the Contender series undefeated, made his full debut, and at the end of last year, got finished by Uriah Hall. So before that, sort of what did you know about him? What have you known about him since that fight, if anything?
Didn't know nothing at all. I remember seeing that fight as well. I was watching that card, and I thought, okay, this guy's alright. I don't know. I saw something. I remember watching that fight, because in December, I was like, this guy's alright. This guy's just putting mad pressure on Uriah. And then I look at him now, and I'm like, I saw something else. Maybe I'm fighting him, I'm just seeing his weaknesses. Do you know what I mean? So when I watched him, when I didn't know who he was at the time, I thought, okay, this guy's alright. I saw something, but now I'm fighting him, I'm seeing something different. So I didn't know nothing about him until I saw him fight that time.
I think, to be honest, though, the Contender series, it's not huge over in sort of Europe and the UK yet, so it's not a huge sponsor sort of viewership. So I didn't really know much about it. So when you hear something coming through the Contender series, it's kind of, you really don't know. They've had some good fighters, they've had some fighters who haven't really made it, this and that. So it's really hard to sort of gauge by that. Same with like Dana White's looking for a fight, you really can't tell. But obviously putting up against Uriah Hall, who's a veteran, he's exciting. He's had he's had some big fights like Musasi and stuff. You personally, then, do you think that was too big of a jump too soon for Bevon?
Nah, man. UFC in it, man. A lot of people have these big jumps. MMA, like, is where it is, isn't it, man? Fight whoever. Don't matter how experienced the guy is, in it. MMA, that's why the sport's so great. So if Bevon wanted that fight, take that fight. I personally think Uriah could have finished that a long time. But obviously, it wasn't himself. I think he made a speech afterwards, innit? About
his sister, yeah.
Yeah, so he definitely wasn't himself in that fight. Like, he could have finished that fight a long time ago. Knowing the Uriah Hall, we all know him as, do you know what I mean? But shit happens. You got to win at the end of the day, So
No, that's it, mate. That's it. And you've had a busy sort of time in the UFC. You were coming off two straight victories, and then you did. It was a pretty quick turnaround. I think it was like 7 weeks that led to your last fight. What made you want to do that?
I'll just do that shit, man. It's just fighting, innit? I like it.
Yeah. And you see the momentum of 2 back-to-back wins as well.
Yeah, I don't do this waiting thing. Like, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it because, a record thing. I'm not in it because I like doing it. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't like the waiting game, man. Like, this one's been the longest time I've waited for.
That's what I was going to say. That was like November. That was end of November, and you haven't fought since. Is there any particular reason, or?
No reason. Just when they say so, innit? Like, I'm just here waiting. That's what you can do. Just sit there and wait. When I was on the lower organizations, I was fighting probably every 3 months or so. Like, I was racking it in. But I don't know. With UFC, it's different. I was meant to be on the March card. I was one of the first ones on it. And then my opponent hurt his leg, broke his leg, so they had to find someone else. Then all of a sudden, they didn't want to find me someone else. Then they said they didn't want to rematch me. Didn't bother to ask why. I was a bit pissed off about it, but I got over it in the end. So that's why it's been so long. And then I think June 8th is a numbered card anyway. So maybe they're saving me for a number card instead of a fight night. Do you know what I mean? But overall, I just don't like waiting. I just took that fight. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I wish I can go back in time, man. Do what I'm doing now. You know, I'm training full time now. I'm fixing up my game properly. There's small little details that the last fight, just small little details I had to do. Do you know what I mean? Stop getting takedown or just get off the cage. I didn't know certain things, but now I'm full time training. Now I'm working on the little small little things. Do you know what I mean? So, back to your question, what made me take that fight? I don't know. I just like fighting regularly if I can.
Mate, best way of doing it. You know, it was a split that could have been, you know, third win in a row. It was a really close fight. It could have, you know, really sort of catapulted you. But you know, you literally your first fight in the UFC. I think it sort of was a benchmark for you. You're keen. You're always going to fight. Look, you know, you got the TKO. It got no contest. All that's a little bit of controversy there, but you came straight back. You didn't care. Like, it didn't derail you. You rematched the guy straight away. You clearly have got that mindset of, I don't care what happened. Just put me in the cage, which, you know, people respect. People really do appreciate that. So
yeah, that's true. That's what I feel. That's why I was sitting. Sometimes, not now, I'm okay, but sometimes I sit there in my UFC car. I sit there thinking, what's going wrong? Like, I'm a guy that came from a mad winning string, a mad reputation. Like, I've been winning, I've been losing, I've been winning. Like, that's not me. But how am I still here? Do you know what I mean? And when people said, well, you said, and that's what people think. People respect that, innit? No matter what, I turn up the fight. You know what I mean? I'm not scared to fight anyone. And when I do fight, I put on a show. So I think that's why people still like me, regardless of how my career is going, you know?
yeah,
So
and it's the fact that the type of fighters that you fight. You fight a variety of people. Don't care. Someone like Eric Spicely, who you beat. You know, he's a ground guy primarily. You're like, yeah, so I'll fight the ground guy. You'll fight a stand-up guy. You know, it really didn't really matter for you, which again I think people respect. You know, you started off as a light heavyweight. What sort of pushed you to go middleweight? Was that whose idea? Whose decision?
everyone's idea,
Yeah.
innit? Everyone's idea. Yeah, everyone. Friends, family, manager, UFC, everyone's idea. I
Was it
was
an
not.
idea from the beginning, or like from the get-go? They said you should probably go middleweight, and you thought, no, let's try a light heavyweight first.
Oh, say that again. Sorry, say that bit again.
So, you know, did they sort of say that from early on in the career, or just UFC days, or what? Like,
Definitely early on in the career. I mean, they saw my path was going. I come from, I came from Taekwondo and I was heavyweight. When I first started MMA, I was looking at 106, 107 kg. And when I used to fight in Taekwondo, the category was 75 plus. So anything from 75 upwards, you're heavyweight. So there was no need for me to cut weight. So I didn't know what cutting weight was. And then I went into MMA and I was fighting like heavyweight guys. And I thought, remember, I'm used to this, innit? That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. I'm Taekwondo, I'm used to it. There wasn't no 93 kg or 84. There was none of that. Like in Taekwondo, 75 plus. If you're 75 and I'm 95, it is what it is, isn't it? If you're 76, yeah, and I'm 106, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So I had that mentality. And as I was just smashing people, they were saying, you know what, Dan, if you want a career, you got to go middleweight soon. You got to cut weight. I said, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. So just give it a try, man. Have a practice cut. I did a practice cut. I was like, okay, maybe I can do it. It took me ages. I mean, to be fair, even now, I'm still getting used to it. Trust me, even now, I'm still getting used to it, man. Because remember, for years I've been fighting. There was no cutting weight. You know what I mean? That cutting weight thing is a madness, man. I've done it so many times now, yeah, but I'm still getting used to it. It's a horrible thing.
yeah. Are you doing it with a nutritionist, or just your team,
Yeah, yeah,
or?
yeah, yeah, man. My friend does my food for me, innit? So he's the one that gets my weight down and stuff like that. He's my nutritionist, yeah, and he has my strength and conditioning as well. So he gets my weight down as well. But again, like, no excuse. Don't make no excuses, man. But you could I could clearly see it. When I wasn't cutting, yeah, I wasn't fighting the same kind of people. All right, cool, same level of people. But when I wasn't cutting, I was fresh. Like even now, I'm fresh. I'm cutting a bit, yeah, because I got my weight down, but I'm still fresh. When I have to cut weight, it does affect your performance. Whether I won or lost, it affects your performance, man. And you could do it, if you do it properly or you do it shitly, no matter what, it affects your performance. And I think that's what it has done to me. Like I said, I'm still trying to get used to it now.
No, I can imagine, mate. I really can. It must be, You know, like say starting off taekwondo where there's not you only got to think about it to changing up the game like that. It's got to be always sort of a mind battle. So you come in through. You know, one thing I have noticed from the UFC, especially sort of with the UK fighters, they sort of like to keep them every now and then. Someone like Darren Till will go overseas, but really they like to keep them European cards, like UK. Someone like Stockholm, you got like Jimmy Manor and stuff. But you know, you
You
fought
reckon?
in.
Why don't they keep me here then?
I don't know because you, like I said, you going to Dallas, and you fought in Dallas, right? You fought in
Yeah,
Vegas.
man. Yeah, I think Dallas, Canada, Brazil, Virginia, Vegas. They don't want to keep me here, man.
And well, you don't like that. Would you rather fight in the European circuit?
I don't mind traveling in it because I can say that I've been there. But if there's a chance to fight here, let me do it. Do you know what I mean? It's not me personally. It's the fans that are asking for it. You want to give the fans what they want. They're
Yeah.
asking for it. There's people in that London card, yes, that's way more experienced than me. They wouldn't even bother about them. They'll call them my name. You know what I mean? Like, there's love shipping me away, man. But again, I just gotta just man it up and say, you know what? At least I'm traveling. You know. Again, that's the person that's traveling as well. Also affects performance as well. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Mate,
nah,
Brits hate
man.
traveling, not just fighters, just British people. They just hate traveling anyway in general. So
Yeah. But I think that's what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's not a holiday. Do you know what I mean? It's hard. It's not a holiday. Everyone thinks you go, you travel these places. Yeah, oh, what? You went Chicago? You went there? Yeah, but it's not a holiday. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And on top of that, I gotta get used to the time zone, and you know, I gotta try and fight. Like these guys I'm fighting, it's there. That's why everyone says, "Oh, your performance, yeah, against Spicely, one of the best performance ever." Yeah, because I was at home.
yeah,
You know what I mean, I wasn't even at home in London. I was at home in my own atmosphere. Like I was in the UK. I didn't travel and jet lag and that crap. Do you know what I mean? I was here. That's why my best
mm,
performance. The guys I'm fighting, they're from there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it does
yeah.
make a difference. But when you said about keep the Europeans fighters in Europe, I ain't seen that for me. I ain't seen that for me at all.
Yeah, I think sort of the only ones who really stand out, someone like maybe obviously Till, but I think Manoa, they like, you know, I think that they like what the reason that I'd see it that they're making you travel a lot is they know the Americans will respond to your style. You go for it, you're angry, you know, you believe, you're confident. You know, the Americans love a person who believes in himself, and that's why Manoa has
Yeah.
always done well in overseas. You know, he's had wins, he's had losses. Same
Hmm.
as you, though, you're willing to put it out there. Like even
It's
fighting,
true. It's
yeah,
true. I
but
have to be stop whining like I know I sound like a baby right now, innit? But I know I've been told it's what you said, innit? So I'm just trying to like, yeah, I know.
yeah, because there's some people, you know, the English can be reserved. It is just what it is. They can be quite reserved people, and if I, you know, for an Englishman to get noticed, someone like Arnold Allen, who's been on a tear, tremendous form, but he's had stuff like injuries get him in the way. Whereas you're ready to fight. You're always seen, you know, this. Like I said, these 4 months have been sort of the longest time you've had off, or 5 months now, longest time you've had off since being in the UFC. You're always there to go for it. So I think that's something that it does get noticed. But like you say, it would be nice to maybe have a London one. But, you know, the next London card will likely be in March, won't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I think that's why again, like I said before, that's why I think people like me as well. It's a weird one, Marco. Like I didn't picture my UFC career going like this, innit? Ups and downs, wins and losses. Like it's mad, but I'm just trying not to focus on it. I'm trying to just do it because I love it. You know what I mean? Whether you win, lose, or draw, do it because you love it, innit? Like do yourself justice. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to worry about a record and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why people still love me. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, they like a game fighter. So, like I said, to be honest, it's hard to sort of get a gauge of where Bevon Lewis is in his career because, like I said, to end the series, it's hard to sort of work it out. Uriah Hall, like I said, he was going through stuff. You think he could have finished him earlier. He's obviously got a point to prove now. This is his fights where okay, he'll put the first fight down to UFC jitters, all that stuff. This is going to be his fight where he's like, this is my coming out party. Have you two had any correspondence like online, or have you sort of kept each other? Not nothing.
Yeah, just kept separate, man. I mean, yeah, this is his fight. He's gonna try and make a statement. I mean, he's gonna come do his. I've been there already, innit? I fought fighters like that. You know what I mean? Like I've been it, done it. So whatever he brings, I'm just all right, cool, whatever. Yeah, I don't do that back and forward stuff online. I mean, yeah, it's long. I ain't heard from him. I'm just gonna see him on a day, innit? So
Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. And so, who you So you feel fighting June 8. When do you reckon you travel over? Is all that stuff set out yet, or no idea?
Long, man. June 8th, Saturday. We get there on a Monday. So that's how it works.
Is it? It's not in Vegas, is it? It's June 8th.
Nah, it's Cejudo. What is it?
Cejudo Moraes.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cejudo Moraes and Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai.
yeah, but I'm getting told, yeah, like Darren, you're June 22nd. Hold on. My manager's saying 8th. My contract says 8th. And I should listen to that. I should follow my contract. It's still early, innit? Not early, but they still muddy around the card, don't they?
Yeah.
So, but all the fans tell me, yeah, June 22nd. So I'm starting to think June 22nd. It's all online saying June 22nd, but he said, forget it. You know what I mean? Your contract says June the 8th. You know what I mean? So I've seen some stuff. It says June the 8th. I just don't know why my name ain't there yet. So
No, well, that's it, mate. If you go on the June 22nd card, your name is there. But then there was talks of initially June. Like I said, it's hard to work it out. I imagine it's just now up to your manager and you just do what you got to do. But it would be nice to know where you're going. So,
yeah.
yeah. So gym wise, so whereabouts is it? How far are you away from your actual gym? You're based in Barking Way.
Yeah.
So it's not too far from the gym.
It's not far, man. People say, oh, that's well far, man. But on the train, 1 hour, on by car, 40 minutes. If I was traveling in the morning, 20 minutes. Like, it's not far, man. It's not far.
Yeah. And how is like you said, you now training full time. How long have you been training full time?
Month and a half, man.
Yeah, and this is like this. The differences alone in that 6 weeks is.
Oh, too much, man. Too much. I just can't wait to see the progress. Look, I'm not saying I'm Superman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's guaranteed. You train full time and this and that. No, end of the day, all human beings. Nerves do play a part. Do you know what I mean? On the day. So win, lose, draw. I just want to see how far I've come since going full time. What it could have done with me, and I've noticed massive improvement already, man. It's too much to even talk about, man. Like people have been training full time in that specific art. I'm giving them hell, and I've only been full time for about a month. So and people always said it to me. If you ever look what you're doing now, yeah, I don't know how you made it to UFC working and being a family man. That's impossible, but you did it. You're one time you lost some, and you put on a show like that. How you do? So imagine that, Dow. Like when you go full time, what's it gonna be like? And I was like, yeah, I know, but I don't know if it ever happened. You know what I mean? It's hard to go full time, and I'm just seeing the mad improvements now. I'm just too strong. It's just crazy. I'm just speechless when I think about it. It's just mad. I just gotta again just take it in there and do it on the night. Do you know what I mean? So and it's only been a month and a half. If I went into UFC full time, I think I would have smashed it the way I'm improving now. It's crazy. And like I said, it's not nothing I never had. It's just little details. So, for example, the last fight, the guy kept holding me, you know what I mean, and linking hands together and taking me down. So, what I'm working on now is my wrestling. Do you know what I mean? Not that I can't wrestle, maybe just pull them up a bit more or break their grip, or do you know what I mean? Just small little details.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's made me a lot better. So, and people can see that as well. So, I'm just looking forward to the next fight, see how it goes. You know what I mean? That Bevon's gonna try and bring the smoke because he's got a point to prove. I think I'm well faster than him. I think I'm well stronger than him. So I'm looking forward to the next one, man.
No, that's it, man. I can imagine just mentally as well training full time. You just know that you've got one less thing to worry about with work, and like you've just got something now. This is the main thing. The two sort of main things you right now, I imagine, what training and family. Those.
Yeah, it's work, isn't it? Like I'm waking up for work. Don't get me wrong. Like the times I'm waking up is the same time I used to wake up for work anyway. So it's not like when I speak to my old workmates, it's not a thing where like, oh yeah, you're lucky. No, I'm not lucky, bruv. You know what I mean? Even if I'm training more and I'm waking up earlier than I did for work anyway. And when I used to go to work, I could chill anyway. So I'm still grafting even more. But what I'm saying is that when I wake up now, it's like, it's work. Do you know what I mean? What I mean, like Wednesday, like I could have been. I wouldn't be able to do a Skype call with you. I'll be at work right now. I work on Wednesday. I'll be there right now. Do you know what I mean? But I get more time to like engage people like yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which gives me more confidence than now. I've got more time to do podcasts with you guys that I can sit back and watch. I never had that. I just had work. Damn. Okay, I got to go to work now. Work finished. Damn, I got to pick up my son now. As soon as I get him, I can't spend time. But I got to go to training. Do you know what I mean? So mentally, it's fucking me up. You know what I mean? Now I can chill. Not say I'm always chilling, but you get what I'm trying to say, innit? Mentally,
No,
it's happy place.
and that's it. Like you're working harder, but you're working towards something that you want to work to. You're not just working in the motion. Like some people, they get up, they go to work, then they might train, whether it's fighting, whether it's gym, whether it's yoga, whatever. But you're working harder for stuff that you actually want to work towards, and that's why you'll see improvements. And that, mate, completely fair play. What were you doing before then, work-wise?
Prison custody officer.
Okay, that can be a moody job at times, I imagine.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. So, yeah, man, tough.
But, mate, fair play, Darren. Look, I'm not going to take much more of your time now. So, are you back to training later on, or are you done for the day?
Nah, man, never done, man. Because I had trained this morning, and then when you said you're gonna call me, I didn't wake up late. I woke up just in time. That's why I went online. I saw your message. You messaged me on Skype, so I mentioned I had a nap. That's why in the interview, sorry people, if I kept yawning. You know what I mean? So I tried to get my naps in as well, and then train again. So it's not easy, man. But yeah, I got one more session tonight anyway. So
nah, fair enough, man. Well, look, enjoy the session. Hopefully, we get some clarification when it is you're actually fighting. But look, we really do appreciate the time, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing your fight, seeing your return. We can hopefully have a chat after.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you very much, man.
Quality, man. Darren, have a good one, pal. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you, man. Take
Cheers,
care.
pal. Bye.